Hey guys, today we're going to be installing the, this is the Cosco, Hey guys, today we're going to be installing the Cosco Easy-Lite 3-in-1. This is a rear-facing, forward-facing, and high-back booster, all-in-one type seat made by Cosco brand. And so we're going to start with rear-facing. So, see this little foot I have popped out? That needs to be popped in for rear-facing. Like that. I'm going to put my front seat up too because you can see it's in view there and it's going to not make this seat fit. Alright, let me move my front seat up more. There we go. So, for rear facing, this seat has two reclines. The first, I don't know if you guys have a line on your side. Yes, it's right here. So the first is right here on the bottom and the second is right here on the top. Okay, and so the bottom one is the recline for 5 to 22 pounds and the top is the recline for over 22 pounds while rear facing, and the seat does max rear facing at 40 pounds. All right, so that being said, I have my tethers in my forward facing slot right now, so I'm going to take those out and I'm going to move them to my rear facing. I do not need my top tether right now because we are doing rear facing install. So I'm going to leave that stored. And I'm just going to move them. I gotta make sure I get it underneath the harness. Let's see, pull this side. So I'm going to pull this side all the way through and get it under the harness so that it gets in front of the crotch buckle. Alright, so got it all the way out. It is attached by like a string on the inside, so you're going to leave that attached. You don't want to unattach that. And I'm just going to slide it down the side of the seat until I get it to our rear facing belt path. So I'm going to pull one side out over here, and I'm going to work the other one out the opposite side, like this, making sure there's no twisting or anything in the car seat. Okay, and there we go. We got it out. See that? It's coming out of our rear facing belt path. Alright, so rear facing belt path is right here. I am first going to try and achieve the under 22 pound limit, and then when I do seatbelt install I will show you the over 22 pound rear facing. So I'm going to clip these in. There's no twist or anything, so we're good. Clip them onto my lower anchors. Alright, so I am on level ground and I'm going to get my bottom line level. So this is level. Now to hold that until I get it tightened, I can use this, a tightly rolled towel to hold this position. Okay, so that it doesn't like lean back or anything. One complaint a lot of people have about this seat is that it's very difficult to get tight enough, and I have found that to be true. This isn't the first car I've installed this in. This is my personal vehicle, but I have helped family with the seat before, and they had really sloped seats, and it was so hard to get a level, get the seat level for their car. So that is definitely something that I don't like about the seat. So I'm actually going to stand in here and get this tight. Alright, make sure I have all of this pulled out. Alright, let's try it side to side. Alright, so I got it in. Now, if you didn't see, I had to pull that really hard to get it tight enough. So side to side, front to back, it doesn't move more than 1 inch. But that was hard. So I'm definitely not a fan of that. I want to make sure that it's still level. I'm just going to pull it a little bit side to side, front to back. We're good. Alright. So that is the under 22 pound limit or ankle for this. It's a very bulky front to back, as you can see. I had to move my front seat up quite a bit to get this installed. And this is a mid-size SUV. Now, to get it loosened, you gotta push this gray button right here and loosen it until you can get it off like that. And what I'm gonna do is feed this back through just to get out of the way so you can see the seatbelt better. But I also would just say store it in the opposite belt cap if you can. All right, so then we're going to switch it to this backpack. All right. You do want to keep it attached to the seat just for the fact that it you don't lose it, and it's supposed to be attached to the seat. So see, it's out. We're gonna just clip it up out of our way, and I'm going to do the more upright recline this time. Okay, so let's see, we want this to be level now, like that. See that? See how it's a little more upright? It's still not the most compact front to back, and this still would be very, like, I don't need to use a rolled towel to kind of, well, I could, to kind of help it stay while I tighten. But I'm going to feed my seatbelt through here, and I can just lift the corner of the cover up to get that through. And right now I'm putting it in front of the crotch buckle because it's in the innermost slot. Again, this max is at 40 pounds rear facing, so you will have to turn forward facing. I believe it also maxes 40 inches rear facing, or less than 1 inch above the head. And to be honest, most kids outgrew this with 1 inch above the head. Like, I put my 3-year-old in it just to measure, because this is the seat I got secondhand to do a video with. So I'm not going to use it as like the actual car seat, but I was curious. He is 38 inches, so he's under 40 inches, and he is 32, 33 pounds. And he's outgrown the seat by the 1 inch rule because he doesn't have more than 1 inch above his head. But he is still rear facing in multiple seats between my car and his dad's car. So that is something to keep in mind when you're buying a seat. How long do you want to rear face? He is 3, so he has hit 2, so I could forward face him, but I don't want to. And if you want to do extended rear facing, this is not the seat for you. Okay, so as you notice, I locked it. I'm going to check my level. The top line is still level right here to the ground where I'm standing, side to side, front to back. Now, I've installed the seat before. You're going to have to work to get the seat tight enough. It is hard, okay? I suggest meeting with a CPST if you can. So I'm going to unbuckle that, and I'm going to now turn it forward facing. One thing you do for forward facing and booster is this little leg here at the bottom. You're going to pop it out. That's part of making it forward facing. Okay, there is not a level line for forward facing. I am going to unhook my tether, and I'm going to unhook my top tether, because for forward facing we want to use a top tether. Now my car says to take your headrest out. I'm just going to store it on the floor here right now, but if I was taking it out for my child to forward face, I would store it in the house so it would not become a projectile. So put my top tether over the back of the car. I'm going to put the seat in. I'm going to connect my lower anchors, make sure they're not twisted, which they are a little bit, so I gotta straighten them here. There we go. Alright, give me a minute to untwist these. There we go. We're good. Alright, I'm gonna clip it there. It's clipped over here. I'm going to put it against the seat. Now, all parts of the seat are making contact, so I'm going to tighten it. All right. It's flat on the car seat. We don't have a ton of overhang here. There is a little bit of overhang in this car, but it's not more than 20%, so I'm not worried about that. All right. Then I'm just going to tighten that. Side to side, front to back, we're good. Now, I have this in the newborn routing, which is the lowest routing, but when it becomes a rethread harness, this would just be pulling up and down. Okay, so now I'm going to take my lower anchors out, as you can see, and then am actually, take the top tether after this. I'm gonna have to change the routing of the straps because we're gonna need them to be higher to show you some stuff later. So I'm going to store my lower anchors now since we're not using them. To change my newborn routing, all I do is loosen the straps all the way. And I do show you this in my review too. Oh, there we go. Loosen them. And I'm going to pull them off here. Oh no, I don't have a newborn routing. What am I doing? It just was too tight. Oh, never mind. There we go. We're good. So that would just move up. Alright. Now, top tether over still, even though, and this cannot be used forward facing, so I'll be taking that out anyway. I'm going to thread my seatbelt through. My foot, recline foot, is still out for forward facing. That needs to be in for rear facing, out for forward facing or booster. Okay, but right now we're doing forward facing harness. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to buckle it, and I'm going to tighten. I want to make sure my lap belt is nice and tight, and then I'm going to lock it. Okay. Making sure the seat is on the car seat. And I'm just going to put my tether back here and tighten that, and then we're going to test it side to side. Oh, see how much is moving? That's a known issue with this car seat. So what I'm going to do is put weight, like not all my weight, but enough that I can get some more slack out and get another click or two in. I'm waiting for that to click, and then, oh, still too loose. So, and this is why these seats are a pain. All right, so I got it in another click. Let's see. Side to side, still moving more than 1 inch. So, once your child maxes out the lower anchors, don't use this in the Subaru Zen. All right, this is not the first time I've seen this happen with this brand. All right, side to side, we're less than 1 inch now. Forward, front to back, we're not moving at all. And again, you would just move this up and down like that to get it above your child. Now, Cosco does not sorry guys, my phone is telling me it's dying. Cosco does not allow the use of top tether and lower anchors in booster mode. So, something to keep in mind. I'm going to store all of them for booster mode. Now, I keep my recline foot out, and I'm going to lift this up so you can see. I gotta loosen my harness more, I think, still. Now, you would be removing the harness. I'm not going to do that right now. I talk about it in my review video, what you do. But you would be removing the harness. Now, you see these black guides right here? These are the seatbelt guides. So that's where the shoulder belt is going to feed through to get it to stay right on your child's shoulder. So, this would not be here. This would be removed from the stock car seat to make it a booster, okay? The lap belt comes across here. The shoulder belt goes into the belt guide, okay? And then it comes across and they meet right here. And then the child buckles. Oh, and I forgot to store lower anchor on this side. Let me do that. Now, as you can see, this is a very wide booster. So kids are going to have trouble buckling it. So there you go. Also, the way that the straps fit, I gotta put this back in the belt guide. The straps fit kind of across their waist. It's very high. So it's not gonna get a good booster fit on a lot of kids. But that's how you do it. Seatbelt. You cannot use lower anchor and top tether for Cosco seats in booster mode. So every time the child gets out, they're gonna have to buckle it in or it becomes a projectile. And that's the Cosco Easy-A-Lite 3-in-1. I'm Sarah, I'm a CPST. I review car seats to make your search easier. Like and subscribe for more content. Follow me on Instagram for lots of information and interesting things about car seats. And thanks for watching.